Hi everyone, my name is Sophia Samal. I'm a certified project manager, certified scrum master, and a Six Sigma black belt certification. So now I've had these since 2010, so I've learned a thing or two on how to resign gracefully. Now I do work for Project Pro, and this is what I advise employees when they ask me how they resign gracefully and what I think that they should do. Now, let's say this: the time has come, for whatever reason, for you to resign from your job. Now, even if you're leaving a toxic workplace, your best bet is to resign gracefully. Now, the reason for this is it's going to help you keep relationships, it's going to help you keep them all intact, and it's going to allow you to leave your job in a more professional note. Now, I know resigning can be super nerve wracking, even if you're on the best terms with your boss. And then, of course, you always have a few weeks left on the job. Now, to help you with this career transition, I'm going to give you some tips on how I think you should resign gracefully. Now, as a project manager, I always make a plan. Now, whether you're one or not, you should definitely do this. Your first step is going to be to plan it out. Now, whether you're quitting your job because, you found your dream opportunity, or because you have a crappy situation at work, now you want to handle your resignation very carefully. Before you resign, I want you to make some bullet points. I want you to know what you're going to say, like, when is your last day at work? When is that going to be? I want you to give a short explanation of why you're resigning. And of course, I want you to prepare a few words of thanks. Now, I know resigning is always going to feel awkward, so know what you're going to say ahead of time. Another point that I want you to know is, despite what people say, timing is everything. Now, it's going to be everything, especially if you're resigning from your job gracefully. Now, let's say your boss is super busy Monday mornings. Well, I would say resign Tuesday morning or Monday afternoon or something, because you want to be able to get your boss focused on what you're saying instead of him just being super busy doing something else. Now, you're going to obviously want to give your supervisor a reasonable amount of notice that you're leaving. Now, I know 2 weeks is the gold standard, but some companies, they want you to give more notice if you're going to be resigning from a more senior position or a more technical position. Now, I want you to double check your documents and see what might be requested, sometimes even required of you. And finally, if you are going to give 2 or more weeks notice, I want you to be prepared that the company may ask you to leave immediately. Not all companies allow staff to continue working after they've resigned, even, let's say you're parting on good terms. So be prepared to leave that day and don't take it personally. It's just the way they do business. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to notify your supervisor. Now, part of resigning gracefully means telling your supervisor about your resignation first. After you've talked to your boss, you can definitely share your plans with your coworkers, your colleagues, let them know what's going on. Now, because this can often be a difficult conversation, I know lots of people prefer to email the resignation letter and leave it at that. Now, I want to tell you the truth. Resigning face to face, even if it's over video chat, is usually the most professional way to resign. Now, no matter how wonderful or awful your boss is, it's best to keep things simple and, just stay positive, at least neutral at least. So don't be angry, don't be mean when you're resigning. Focus on the positives of your time at the company and let your supervisor know that you definitely appreciate the opportunities that I gave you. And I want you to know this. Finally, when you discuss with your boss, confirm that they're going to notify HR about your resignation on your behalf. Or confirm whether or not you need to give your resignation directly to HR. Now, another thing I want you to do is I want you to share the information. Now, this is obviously part of your graceful resignation. I want you to make a document that includes passwords, deadlines, or anything that somebody stepping into your role needs to know immediately. So leave things neat, tidy, in good shape so your boss or whoever takes over your workload they can just step right in and just not miss anything. So they can just hit the ground running. Now, I do want you to lend a helping hand. Since your replacement's probably not going to be hired until you're gone, you're probably going to have an internal person that's going to replace you, and they can start learning the role immediately. Now, if that's the case, I want you to offer that person help, train that person before you leave. And usually that company that you're working at isn't going to post that position for a while, and they're going to need time to interview, hire, and onboard. So consider offering to train your replacement after you leave. Now, you're going to need to get an okay from your employer that you're going to go to, but being available for a quick Q&A with your replacement is going to go a long way toward resigning with grace. Now, another thing that I really want you to do is keep working until the end. Don't stop. Keep going, because during the last few weeks of your employment, continue performing at the high level that you've been doing so far, and also just stay professional. Be a professional no matter what happens. Tie up any loose ends as much as you can. Answer any questions your boss has about coworkers, or answer any questions your coworkers have also about projects, and let clients know that they're going to be in good hands. I also want you to attend the exit interview. Make sure you participate, but honestly be careful and do so with care. I understand that most companies, the reason they do the exit interviews is to understand why you're leaving, and they want to also see if there's anything that they can do to make sure other people don't resign as well. Now, it's kind of a chance for you to provide feedback to the company, and any feedback you give should be professional and should also be constructive, so don't forget that. Now, I know some people, they want to trash talk their former boss. They might even trash talk some of their colleagues, but and even though your feedback might be accurate, it won't be well received. So while you shouldn't lie about your reasons for leaving, sometimes it's best to be a bit vague. Just like the conversation you're going to be having with your boss, try to find something positive about your time with the company to talk about, and if you can't find anything, just stick with neutral responses. Now, the main thing that I really hope for you is you need to move on. Now, moving on sometimes takes some time. Some people, it takes 10 years to move on, but it's really important, especially if you have decided to resign. Now, if resigning gracefully means you need to keep your professional reputation intact, and it allows you to maintain personal or professional connections that you've made throughout the job, and it lets you leave the job on the best terms possible. So if you're thinking of resigning, or maybe you already have, Project Pro can definitely help you find a new job. Check out our website. It's projectproinc.com. And definitely submit your resume, because we love to help you out in your job search, and we place many people all the time. Now, if you are an employer that wants to hire somebody, definitely contact us as well, because we place lots of people every month in different positions. We do specialize in project management, but we definitely place everybody that's part of a project. And definitely going through the CVs and going through all the initial conversations are going to add up for any company. And so that's something I know for a fact. So if you use us, we're going to do everything for you. So as far as all the resumes, all the conversations, all the initial conversations, and the filtering out of people, that's what Project Pro is going to do for employers as well as place employees. So definitely think about us when you are looking to hire the top candidates. And the reason is because you are going to be saving time and money, and you're also going to be doing stuff faster. Now, the next step is we do faster hiring. We promote that. And we know that time is money. And we know that if you hire us, you're going to save both. And since I realize that, a lot of HR technical leads, directors, they do hiring as a secondary job. That's not their main job. But sometimes when they do that, they do overlook the best quality candidates. And that's something that we can handle. So I think when you look at us to do your hiring for you, definitely you free up your time to focus on what you do best, and we will focus on what we do best as well. So we can conduct a screening, we can filter out all the people, we can look at the relevant CVs that you want for your company, as well as just pick those candidates that are totally perfect for this job. So don't worry about any administrative issues, because Project Pro will definitely handle all that as well. In addition to that, we do have a large talent pool in our database, a network of relationships, and access to the best technology that helps us identify people with hard to find abilities. So we will definitely be able to interview experts that you need and applicants as well to get you that perfect match. Now, the thing that we also pride ourselves on is market research, knowledge of the market. Now, we do have recruiters that are based in different industries, and they are experts in their fields. And they're going to be able to provide the recruiting team with updates on what's going on, so we'll have a general idea. We also have specialists, and we're going to know what the wage rates are going to be in your field, in your relevant fields, your career expectations, your hiring complications, and also we do have sometimes shortages of certain career fields. So our expert recruiters are going to be able to advise employers on different industries, different applicants, make sure that you're up to date with the latest trends, the latest qualifications, and make sure that you know the industry standards throughout the process, so there will be no confusion as well. So I want you to understand that you can contact us if you want a job, or if you're looking to place somebody. Definitely contact us at info@projectproinc.com, and we will be ready and happy to help anytime. Thanks for watching.